Children, uh, today we will take some more topics in nutrition in plants. So, we know that plants are autotrophs, they can synthesize their own food in presence of sunlight, that is, uh, by the method of photosynthesis. They synthesize carbohydrate and liberate oxygen, and all other organisms get their food from plants, so they are called heterotrophs. There are different modes of nutrition. On previous turn we have seen about the saprotrophic nutrition, where the organisms like fungus grow on dead and decaying matter. Children, you will be familiar from the event that if you keep the moist bread in a corner of a room for some days, say for 3-4 days, then you notice that the black colored patches are developed on the surface. So actually these black colored patches are the fungus. They grow when they get the suitable conditions like moisture, and they derive their nutrition from the bread or from that dead and decaying matter. Similarly, you are familiar with the mushroom. Mushroom is also fungus which grow on wood or some dead and decaying matter, and they secrete certain enzymes which dissolve the nutrients present in dead and decaying matter, and then they absorb through their uh, root system, that is hyphae present in the fungus. So they are called as saprotrophs. Now here is another type of nutrition where the two organisms live interdependently, means where both are dependent on each other. It means if one organism provides something to other, then other organism will also provide something to first one. This type of living relationship is called as symbiosis. In symbiosis, you will see that some organisms live together and share both shelter and nutrients. This relationship is called symbiosis. For example, certain fungi live inside the roots of the plants. The plants provide nutrients to the fungus, and in return, the fungus provides water and certain nutrients. Similarly, in case of lichens, a chlorophyll containing organism, which is an alga, it lives with fungus, and what happens there in that relationship, the fungus provides shelter, water and mineral to the alga, and in return the alga, since it is green in color, contain chlorophyll, so it prepares the food by photosynthesis and provides food to the fungus. So in this way both alga and fungus live together in lichens. So this type of relationship is called as symbiosis. Children, you will be familiar with certain bacteria which are found in the root nodules of the pulses plants. So what happens there? The bacteria provides them nitrogen, and in turn the pulses plants provide them food. Now we will take another topic, how nutrients are replenished in the soil. As we know कि अगर किसी सॉइल में लगातार हम क्रॉप को ग्रो करेंगे, सो सिंस क्रॉप्स एब्जॉर्ब पर्टिकुलर न्यूट्रिएंट्स फ्रॉम द सॉइल, तो वो जो हमारी सॉइल है वो धीरे धीरे उसमें न्यूट्रिएंट्स की कमी होने लगती है. तो इन न्यूट्रिएंट्स की कमी को पूरा करने के लिए हम जानते हैं कि हमारे फार्मर्स उसमें मैन्योर और फर्टिलाइजर्स मिलाते हैं ताकि जो न्यूट्रिएंट्स की कमी हुई है उसमें वो रिप्लेनिश हो जाएं, वो वापस वहाँ पर आ जाएं और जो फिर हम नेक्स्ट क्रॉप उसमें ग्रो करें उसको सफिशिएंट न्यूट्रिएंट्स मिलता रहे। अदरवाइज़ क्या होगा कि क्रॉप को अगर हम केवल ग्रो करते जाएंगे तो उससे उस सॉइल में न्यूट्रिएंट्स की कमी होती जाएगी। तो जनरली फर्टिलाइजर एंड मैन्योर are added to the soil and they supply certain nutrients such as nitrogen, potassium, phosphorus, etc. These nutrients need to be added from time to time to enrich the soil. Now, usually crop plants absorb a lot of nitrogen and the soil becomes deficient in nitrogen. So now how the nitrogen deficiency of the soil can be replenished? As we know that there is plenty of nitrogen in the atmosphere, as our air contains about 78% of the nitrogen. But crop plants or green plants cannot use this nitrogen just as they use the carbon dioxide of the atmosphere. So nitrogen is present in atmosphere but green plants cannot use. But this this is made possible by certain kind of bacteria that bacteria live in the root nodules of leguminous plants, and these bacteria are called Rhizobium bacteria. This Rhizobium bacteria, they can take atmospheric nitrogen and convert it into soluble form, and then once it is converted in the soluble form, then plants can absorb them through their root system. But Rhizobium cannot make its own food as it is fungus. As it is bacteria, it is having no chlorophyll to synthesize its own food, no mechanism. So it often lives in the roots of pulses plants like gram, peas, mung, beans and other leguminous plants and provide them with the nitrogen. In return, the plants provide food and shelter to the bacteria. They thus have symbiotic relationship. This association is of great significance for the farmers. They can reduce the use of nitrogenous fertilizers. Where leguminous plants are grown, most of the pulses are obtained from the leguminous plants. Now we have seen in this chapter that only plants are autotrophs, which can synthesize their own food, and all other organisms derive their food from plants only. There are certain types of plants which are called insectivorous. So insectivorous can also be called as partial heterotrophs because since they are green in color, they are plants, so they do the photosynthesis, but also they have the mechanism by which they can trap the insects and derive some nutrients from the insects, so they can be called as partial heterotrophs. Now in this chapter you will write in copy these keywords like and with explanation, because these are very helpful, like autotropic, chlorophyll क्या है, heterotroph क्या है, host, insectivorous क्या होते हैं, nutrient क्या होता है, nutrition, parasite क्या है, photosynthesis, saprotroph and saprotropic nutrition and stomata क्या होता है, stomata के क्या function है, gaseous exchange में हेल्प करता है और रिस्पिरेशन में हेल्प करता है, तो ये सब आप अपनी कॉपी में लिखेंगे। नेक्स्ट एक्सरसाइजेस के कुछ क्वेश्चंस देखते हैं। why do organisms take food? So they take food to provide them energy and various nutrients for performing different functions in their bodies. Distinguish between parasite and saprotroph. And then how would you test the presence of starch in the leaf? So this can be presence of starch in the leaf can be done by using iodine solution. So when few drops of iodine solution is kept on the leaves, which has been kept in the dark for several hours, then you will notice that over the leaf you will get the blue color develop. This is due to starch and iodine complex form, which is blue in color. So this test shows the presence of starch in the leaves. Thank you.